a few minutes' time as well. You're watching Global. Now, Robin Williams' widow has spoken publicly for the first time since her husband's death. The actor took his own life last August, leading many to blame depression. Well, Susan Williams told Good Morning America her husband had been suffering from a form of dementia and recounted the day he was found dead.
Rebecca, his assistant, came over and I said, call me when he's up, or have him call me when he's up. And then she sent me a text. Said, he's not up yet. What should I do? And I said, wake him. And then she called me back.
What did she say?
I can't even, I'm sorry. That 20-minute car ride, I just screamed the whole way. Robin.
Did you get to see him?
Yes. I got to tell him, I forgive you with all my heart. You're the bravest man I've ever known. In November of 2013, he had a little gut pain. Next month, it was another symptom. It was like this endless parade of symptoms, and not all of them would raise their head at once. It was like playing whack-a-mole. Which symptom is it this month? I thought, is my husband a hypochondriac? We're chasing it and there's no answers, and by now, we tried everything.
Did it ever cross your mind that he could be suicidal?
No. It was what was going on inside of his brain, the chemical warfare that no one knew about.
Most people think your husband killed himself because he was depressed.
No. Lewy Body Dementia killed Robin. It's what took his life. And that's what I've spent the last year trying to get to the bottom of. What took my husband's life?
Was he losing his mind?
Yes, absolutely. And he was aware of it. He was keeping it together as best as he could, but the last month he could not. It was like the dam broke.
Well, that was Robin Williams' widow. We can now speak to Jacqueline Cannon, the head of the Lewy Body Society. Her father, Joseph, died of Lewy Body Dementia 5 years ago, and she joins us from our Salford studio. It's a disease which doesn't affect that many people, does it? But just talk us through the symptoms and how difficult it is for the sufferers and indeed their families to deal with it.
Yeah, we best describe Lewy Body Dementia to people that contact us as the worst bits of Alzheimer's and the worst bits of Parkinson's put together. And just listening to that interview from Robin Williams' wife, I would totally agree with her that unlike sufferers of Alzheimer's, people with Lewy Body Dementia do actually understand what's happening to them. Because my father used to always say to me, I'm losing my mind, and that is one of the main differences. And we always advise people that Lewy Body Dementia is not just about memory, it's about the other symptoms that go with it, and especially the hallucinations.
So really doubly frightening, because the patients, your father, was aware of what was happening to him as well. Was it a constant deterioration, or was it like other forms of dementia where people appear to actually recover sometimes in the short term, if not the long term?
We always say to people that Lewy Body Dementia is as unique as the person that suffers from it. Some people may go on average 7 years and the symptoms may stabilise. Others may have symptoms that progress very rapidly, and it might be 6 months from a diagnosis to the end.
Did your father's doctor diagnose it quite quickly? I mean, it is so rare, or it sounds to me to be so rare. Forgive me, I've never heard of this before, but do you think there needs to be more sort of awareness made within the medical profession that many more people might be suffering from this?
Absolutely. My dad was really lucky, if you can call it lucky, in the fact that he had a fantastic GP, and that GP did diagnose him first time, but that is not common. Lewy Body Dementia is the second highest dementia after Alzheimer's. So there are quite a lot of people, but when I remember at one time taking my father to a local hospital, and we actually spoke to 4 consultants before we actually found one that had heard of Lewy Body Dementia. And as a society and a charity, part of our mission is to raise awareness, especially amongst the medical profession.
All right. Well, look, Jacqueline Cannon, thank you very much indeed for joining us today on Global.